This place where we are right now, what we're experiencing, this is not normal. This is different. My business partner trying to discourage me. Oh, don't go on now. You were on last week. I woke up with anxiety this morning. Not last week, this morning. I'm the motivator. If I woke up with anxiety and I'm here trying to find what should I be taking, all the other stuff y'all telling me, there's some other folk out here dealing with that too. Somebody could hear what I say, it would mean something to them that will help them to get on the other side of what they're dealing with. And I want to get something out of this too. I'm human. And I don't even know why I was feeling anxious and feeling anxiety. Oh, I know. Oh, be anxious for nothing. Easier said than done. All this stuff going on. The Delta virus, a Delta variant that's easier to spread and more lethal. And the Lambda virus and the monkeypox and shortage of chicken wings. Come on. You can't make this stuff up. This is crazy. And all these mixed messages. It's crazy. From family members who are on both sides of this stuff. I just want to live and have peace and create special moments with the family and be able to do God's work. And you know what I found out? People who is doing this disinformation, people who do evil in the world, as Bob Marley say, they don't take a day off. They work on Sundays too. Yes, they do. I ain't making this up. Y'all know some crazies out here. This is a different kind of place. So I got something for those of you that can hear me. Those of you that you're not my people, you're not my peeps, keep moving. Go do something else. Don't listen to me. I know I'm not talking to everybody because I've got a message that's for certain kinds of people who have a positive mindset or people who are open to the possibilities. No matter how bad it is or how bad it gets, I'm going to make it. That's who I'm talking to. I'm not talking to people who want to zone out on alcohol or drugs. No. I'm talking to someone who said, you know what, man? I've taken so many hits. I'm just tired. I understand. I've been so tired. I've been talking to squirrels. I got a squirrel friend named Tyrone. So here's what I want to say to you. As you look at yourself, look at your life during the pandemic and out of the pandemic, here's what I had to do to deal with my anxiety today. Oh, you, Les Brown, you have anxiety? Yes, I deal with anxiety. When you know that you can, it's one thing if somebody's breath is kicking like Bruce Lee, but when you can smell somebody's breath and you could die, oh, that creates anxiety. that takes the program to a whole new level. I was in New York and everybody around me got real lax. Oh, I had the vaccination. Come on, let's pause for a picture. And I'm looking for, where are the people who are helping me? And their masks were off too. I said, Lord, I need some covering up in here. And I just thank God. I got through that. I got through that. But I said, you know what, Lord? I don't believe in you working overtime. You got to worry about me no more going up in any place like that. No. I have a whole entourage of security guards. No, I'm not putting myself at risk. Oh, I'm vaccinated. Is that right? Well, they say people who are vaccinated, not only can they get the virus, they can spread it. Is that right? Yeah, they got all kind of confusing stuff. Now, you need the booster. Oh, is this booster one? And then there's going to be, oh, you need a second booster. Oh, is that right? Oh, I'm going to take both of them. And you're probably going to need a third booster. Oh. I just booster. Come on. Here, I want you to write this down. What you're going through, you will get through. That's what I had to say to myself. Les, what you're going through right now, you will get through. See, this is a time that you have to have an affirmative, convicted conversation with yourself. They gave me some CBD oil and they're trying to give me some wheatgrass. I said, no, thank you. Next thing y'all gonna come up and trying to give me some castor oil. No! No! Homie ain't doing that. And so I'm taking so much stuff fighting inside of me. When I get well, I won't know what got me well. You know. So I talk to myself, Les, this is not come to stay. This feeling of anxiety, well, why don't you lay down? No, I don't want to lay down. Well, why don't you just stand up? My back hurts when I stand up. Well, why don't you go for a walk? Okay. Oh my goodness. And I had said to myself, Les, this has not come to stay. It's come to pass. Play something. Jerusalem, yeah, play that. See, can you bust a move with that right about now? Maybe that exercise will help to calm you down. Do some deep breathing. Yeah, that'll help. I feel good. What are you anxious about? I don't know. It's just so much going on. Maybe I just shouldn't even try and peek at the television or the news. I got to put myself on a mental fast because I'm an empath. Yeah. So talk to yourself. That's what I did. And I feel better. And I had to call somebody and get a massage too. And I couldn't even get on the table. I was so anxious. I said, no, just my neck and my shoulders and my head, I'll be fine. All right? And I started feeling better, talking to myself and playing soft music and playing and lighting some lavender candles. I'm creating an environment of peace. And I'm going to journal after I talk to you. I'm dealing with all kind of stuff. Just connected with my birth family. I'm still processing that. I'm asking God, what am I to do with this? I'm 75. What am I to do with this? One of my nieces, she has COVID. My daughter had it and my son-in-law. So I feel like something coming for me. I don't want to go to the grocery store. No, I ain't going to no grocery store. I don't want to go anywhere. I just want to stay in the house and talk to Tyrone, my squirrel friend. What you're going through, you will get through. Say that to yourself over and over and over again. Listen to something that gives you peace, that gives you a sense of calm. Music soothes the savage beast. Here's something else. When you are dealing with anxiety, watch something that can distract you, or do something that can distract you. So I've been looking for some old funny movies that I can watch and crack up. Old Richard Pryor movies. Richard Pryor, back in the day, he was the dude. I'm pulling out old Richard Pryor stuff that I can watch and crack up like I'm seeing it for the first time. And I got my lavender candles playing. They're lighting up, and I'm going to take a nice soothing bath, not a shower, but a bath to calm. Probably have some rose petals in the bathtub. Yes. Okay. Yeah, that sounds really soothing. Yeah, that's calm. Yeah. And I'm not going to answer my phone. No. Why? People, they call you. This is Sunday. And I'm not going to ask anybody, how you doing? Why? Because they might tell you. I get stressed out. No. No. Here's something else. Do what's in your hands. Do what you can handle and leave the rest to God. Do your part, but leave the rest to God and give yourself a break. You need a break, especially caregivers. You need a break. Well, I wish my twin brother can hear me. He can't hear me. He can't hear me. Come for me, he turns a deaf ear to me. Whatever. Don't speak where you don't have a voice. And don't take on people's stuff. No. I've been getting up at 3:30 in the morning thinking about what are the things on my plate that don't belong to me. It don't belong to me. That I've been doing it and being busy, and for what? If I drop right now, that stuff will get done or it won't get done. I hope you can hear me. And then do something for somebody else. And motivation, inspiration, and humor is like a perfume you can't sprinkle on others without getting a few drops on yourself. Just talking to you right now, I feel good. I'm feeling better. Yes, I am. Yes. Here's something else. Go for a walk. Go for a walk. Is there anything else, Les? Yes. Write a letter to yourself and a letter to God. I wrote a letter to myself. Self, I've been a bad boy. I was so supposed to be working on a six-pack. Then I ate something I shouldn't have eaten. And I said to myself to justify it, I saw a skinny man get hit by a truck. Had he had a little bit more cushion, he might have lived. I've been a bad boy. So I'm getting back. I'm getting my strength back. I'm getting my power back. Self, I'm going to do this. I'm going to get this weight off me. I'm not going to use this as an excuse to keep it on because of the medication they're pumping me with every 90 days. I got to fight this. I know it. I got to be willing to put in the work. And I'm going to do that. I got to be willing to put in the work. Nothing works unless I work. So I'm going to focus on myself. As soon as I get through I'm going to do 5 setups. 5. And tomorrow, 6. The next day, 7. Yeah. Start out small. Robert Schuller said, by the yard it's hard, but inch by inch, anything is a cinch. And then I'm going to do some leg raises too. And then I'm just going to do green tea that fights cancer. Green tea and some vegetable smoothies. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's good. And then I'm going to talk to friends that put my mind in a very good space, that we can laugh and talk about each other and make each other feel good. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. What else will you do? Okay, I think so. I mentioned the journaling. I'm going to be listening to some of my own motivational materials that say, motivate me, motivator. Motivate me. Homie needs some motivation right about now. Oh my goodness. Oh boy. And then I'm going to call my brothers that I did not know I had on. Call them today. Talk to George Rucker. Talk to my brother, George. And I'm talking to you. And I'm going to pray. I give thanks, Lord, that I have life. That you're removing this anxiety. I give thanks that I have a voice. That I woke up in my right mind this morning, that I can hear, I can see. Give thanks for my family and friends and for the people who can hear my voice and are influenced by my voice. I give thanks that you're allowing me to be a blessing to others, as well as myself. I give thanks for my grandmother, Beulah Rucker, out of Gainesville, Georgia, as well as Mamie Brown, my adopted mother, and my birth mother, Dorothy Bell. Two powerful women. Whoever said a woman can't raise a boy to be a man, they just flat out lied. Here's something else. You have to put up a fight in this thing called life. You gotta fight for peace of mind. You gotta fight for a good relationship with yourself. You gotta fight to want to stay here. You can get tired and say, you know what? I don't want to do this no more. I think that's what some people doing. No. We got children. Our children are checking out as young as 4 years old. Create an environment that's conducive for them wanting to live. And it's not what we leave for our children, it's what we leave in them. And so, when I look at my children back there, boy, it seemed like overnight they grew. I was saying to my grandson, Honor, this morning, I said, man, this week went fast. He said it sure did. Seemed like things are going faster, picked up pace. I said, you only 7 years old. You only been here a hot minute. What do you know about that? You don't even have a watch. Ain't this something? About, oh, it sure is, Grandpa. That's it. Come on. These are old people being born. Oh, that boy, I'm so proud of him. He hit the jackpot. We got John Leslie as his father in the studio now. I want to say this to you. Where we are, you were made for this. We've been through some stuff before. The suicide rate has increased dramatically. When I was a kid, and let me share this with you, how I know we can get through this. It was unheard of black people committing suicide. And I'm not being racist now, but we felt that was something that white people did because we were scared to die. Okay. Now, you got young black kids committing suicide, and Puerto Ricans and different other minorities. Young. When I was coming up, we went through some stuff. You think that these cops are relentless and brutal and shoot first and ask questions later? Now, back when I was coming up, there was no such thing as filing charges against them. There's so much stuff going on now. This is a reckoning that's being revealed, but at the end of the day, hey, when people talk about back in the day, I remember back in the day. Nobody was committing suicide. They were fighting, trying to deal with it. This is no time to fold and talk about, well, we're dealing with systemic racism. Is that right? I never would have known that if you hadn't told me. The system is stacked against us. Is that a surprise? Is that a revelation? Oh, the devil is a liar. He told the truth that time. It's stacked against you. Find a way to win. Find a way to create something, a life that you love and love the life that you live. And don't come up with these empty slogans. Oh yes. When are you going to start living your dream? I'm waiting on God. No, God waiting on you. You have something special. Who is it that can relate and anticipate with me? If you understand, sometimes you can just feel anxiety and you don't have a target for it. You know, I just couldn't put my hand on it. Just feeling anxious. I walked outside, it was too hot. Came back in, it was cool. Oh, hot flashes. I call them power surges. It's like a full court press that just stuff. I just feel like something's coming for me. I'm not caring, but I'm thinking about it. So if it comes to catch me, I want to light them up. It just feels like life coming at me. It is coming for me. You 77? Hey, look here, Delta variant. We got a 77-year-old over here. He's in Atlanta. Yeah, he underlying issues. Oh yeah, type 2 diabetes. Yeah, high blood pressure. Overweight. Yep. And a little touched in the head. But they won't find me. I got a secret chamber I'll hide under the bed. I'm in the house by myself. I'm home alone. I'm just lonely. Tyrone, we're lonely, but I'm going to teach you how to play bid whist. Have you ever tried to teach a squirrel how to play bid whist? Now, most of y'all don't know anything, especially these young people, about bid whist. It's a card game. But he taught me how to speak squirrely, such as, you have greatness in you. Make it important to know what drives you and what's most important now. There are things that used to be important to me. They're no longer important. And that's why I've been doing Operation Clean Slate, getting a lot of stuff and a lot of people out of my life. I remember when I read the book, Who's the Matter with Me? I wrote down the names of the family members and friends that I communicated with most. And I asked myself the question, is this relevant? This relationship, is it productive? Is it positive? Is this relationship, does it bring the best out of me? This relationship, this energy, does it challenge me, hold me accountable to a higher standard? People rub off on you. Academy Award winner Sidney Poitier said, when you go for a walk with someone, something happens without being spoken. He said, either you adjust to their pace or they adjust to your pace. Whose pace have you adjusted to? I want you to write this down. OQP, going forward, only quality people. I do not allow myself to be in the company of people that I know more than them. Why? If you're the smartest one in the group, you need to get a new group. No. Jim Rohn said something. He said, your life is either a warning or an example. A warning of what not to do or an example of what to do. And part of what I'm saying to my children, hey, be careful about who you're around with. I remember Mama saying, Leslie, if you run around with 9 broke people, she said, I guarantee you, you become number 10. And so as you look at growing your practice, as you look at making a greater impact in your community, as you look at the things that you want to do, and being involved in legacy building and making the rest of your life the best of your life, we have to constantly monitor and be mindful of who's around us and what relationships that we have. People say, it's not what you know, it's who you know. Not just that, it's who you know and what they know about you. Do you have the kind of reputation in the industry that people will see you as a go-to person? God said to Abraham, I make your name great. Didn't say I'll make you a great man. I make your name great. The reason that when Fab calls me, he's a good man. He calls me, I don't call everybody back. But when he calls me, because of how I see him and because of my relationship with him, because of his vision, because of his integrity, because of the stand that he's taken with his life. People say, practice what you preach. No, preach what you practice. And what I know about him, I'm going to answer his call. I'm going to follow up. And that's the kind of relationships going forward in and out of the pandemic that we have to continue to look for and to develop. Some of the relationships that we need to spend less time with. There's some people, if we never saw them again, it would be too soon. Yes, what I read that you earn within $2,000 to $3,000 of your closest friends, I got all my broke friends out of my life. I used to be so broke, I walked past the bank and tripped the alarm. And so this is the time you have to look at who's around me. Who's the matter with you? Here's something else. I got a message for you. And I want you to share it with others. Don't be selfish. Because I want to talk to you about shifting your focus and managing your mind and the thoughts that you have. Because when we wake up in the morning, advertisers are competing for the real estate of our minds. And what we have to do is begin to be proactive in programming ourselves rather than allowing ourselves to be programmed by the world. That's why we're told, be ye not conformed to this world, be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. If you agree with me, I want you to put yes in the comment section. Just put yes. Make a brother feel good. and something else. See, there are things that's going to happen that's beyond our reach. And it's important that you be okay with that. That's God's business. You do what you can do, handling your business and those things that you can handle, and those things that's beyond you, you have to let go or be dragged. Because there's a lot of stuff, this thing called life where we are, we've never been here before. I feel like Mother Teresa, she said, Lord, I know you know how much I can bear. I just wish you didn't have so much confidence in me. Oh my goodness. Oh boy. So I want to share some thoughts with you. People ask me, what do you do during tough times? How do you handle it? Well, they asked the right person. As I speak to you, I have this trophy here from Cancer Centers of America. It is a trophy that you don't want. It's called the Cancer Center Perseverance Award. Perseverance. I'm a 29-year, 4th stage prostate cancer conqueror. All right, so you don't want that award. Some awards you want, some awards you don't want. But I'm glad to get the award because I'm still here. So the question becomes, how do you do that? How do you keep a positive mindset in the face of a prognosis and say, you're on the way out? How do you deal with that? Well, number one, what's very important is to understand this, that at any given time, we have the power to choose. Choose ye this day whom ye shall serve. We have the power to choose to focus on the things that are not what we want them to be, or focus on what we can do to create the things that we want in our lives. See, because at the end of the day, life is a fight for territory. And once you stop fighting for what you want, what you don't want will automatically take over. So I deliberately, when I wake up in the morning, I'm grateful. I say, I'm great and grateful. I'm still here. There are a lot of people that didn't wake up this morning. They're taking a dirt nap. Hello? So I'm grateful. I'm not in pain. You can hear my voice. I can still serve. At 77, I can still make an impact. All right? So what you have to do is face this. Every day is not going to be a good day, but there's some good in every day. So here's my challenge to you. Look for the good. I ain't playing with you. I'm coming for you right now. Look for the good because it's here. And then just take the time to savor it. What most people do, and this is crucial, they leave their minds open like a universal garbage can and taking in stuff and information that they can't do anything about. I support the Ukrainians without any question. I pray for them. I support them. I will contribute to anything to help people who are being displaced. But I will not watch the news on that. It's too negative. I'm not going to inundate my mind with stuff that does not build me up. You remember that song, Don't Let Nobody Bring Me No Bad News? If you can identify with what I'm saying up in here. My brother, I was talking to him the other day, my twin brother, and I can hear him cranking up to give me some bad news. I said, hold just a minute. I paused for a minute. I said, you know what? I'm gonna circle back with you. And so he thought I hung up, and I heard him say in the background, he's not gonna call me back. He's right. No, I don't want to hear that. He's about to tell me some problem about somebody. I don't know that person. Why do I need that in my mind? I remember a story about a very brilliant man. We all have heard his name, Albert Einstein, and he was asked for his phone number. And he went to a payphone booth and went into the telephone booth and opened up a telephone book. And they said, wait a minute, you Einstein, you don't know your phone number? He said, I don't keep information in my mind that's not usable to me. I don't call myself. Why should I put some stuff in my mind about things I can't do anything about other than saying, Wow. I'm sorry to hear that. But I will take some things in that inspire me, things that encourage people that I can use in my presentations. I tell speakers and I train speakers, and some of you out there, I want you to listen to me, and I'm going to give you a strategy on how to become a powerful global voice of transformation. You got to be a good listener. I listen for stories that encourage, that motivate, that inspire. There's a story in the internet of a little 8-year-old Ukrainian girl who went up to a soldier who had all of his gear and his rifle and everything he needs to kill somebody. And this little girl, unarmed, but all she had was her fist, and she went up and she punched him. Now, of course, she didn't cause any damage, but she was striking a blow for give me liberty or give me death. I know you can kill me. I know you don't value my life. I know y'all just blew up a hospital with children in there. I know that, but we're fighting for our freedom here. And all I got is this right here, and I'm gonna come up there, I'm gonna punch you with everything I got. Now that's inspiring. I wanna hear those kind of stories. Tell me stories that I can share, that can lift people's spirits, that can encourage people. Because see, at the end of the day, we don't know how strong we are until we have to be strong. You don't know enough about yourself to be a wimp. Greater is he that's in you than he that's in the world. You are more than a conqueror. And when you just be with that, I'm more than a conqueror. I'm made in the likeness and image of God. It doesn't get any better than that. I've been given authority and dominion over everything on the face of the earth. These are not just words to be read, but to be lived from. People say, practice what you preach. No, preach what you practice. Sometimes you have to get an attitude with yourself and begin to realize we're more blessed than we give ourselves credit for being, and we must focus on that. When I get up in the morning, I have a gratitude list. I have things that I write down that I'm grateful for, that you can hear me, that I can see. I got my nephew, James, he went stone blind. My twin brother's son, blind at 38. I'm grateful that I have the ability to see and to hear, and that I can pick up my body weight. There was a period of time I was being rolled around in a wheelchair because of sciatica pain and the pain from the little C, cancer. So there's going to always be some stuff. Viktor Frankl, he talks about it in Man's Search for Meaning. He said, you either in a problem, or you just left one, or you headed toward one. Therefore, take unto you the whole armor of God. What is that armor? Faith. And faith not tested can't be trusted. Perseverance. You're going to go through some stuff. Lady, she had a car accident and her neck was broken. She said, my neck was broken, but my neck didn't break me. Although she's a quadriplegic, she's still living a productive life. She's not somewhere feeling sorry for herself. The other thing is, you got to watch who you talk to. I have a friend named Ed Foreman who just passed a few weeks ago. And it's the first seminar that I went to. Ed had something that he did, and at first I didn't get it. Ed will never ask you, how you doing? I said, Ed, why don't you ask how people are feeling? He said, because they might tell you. He said, no. He said, I just tell him, you're doing great. You look better this time than the last time I saw you. You see, I compliment him. I find something good to say because people want to tell somebody about what they're dealing with, but you want to call forth those things that be not as though they were. Do you believe that? Are you down with that? Do you understand what I'm sharing with you right now? It's a part of what we have been told, and it's something that we don't want to just hear it, but to live from that place, to stand in that place of power. I believe that we're here for a reason. And all this stuff that's happening, that God is in the midst of it. But therefore, take unto you the whole armor that we've got to stand up inside ourselves and face it head on, called life. And sometimes I have to get an attitude with myself because sometimes things get to me. Got a son who's bipolar schizophrenic. And I had to realize, hey, that's his trip. He doesn't want to take his medication. He's 38 years old. That's beyond me. That's him and God. They got to work that thing out. I'm not going to stress myself out about some stuff that I can't control. Lord, grant me the serenity to accept the things that I cannot control, courage to change the things that I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. See, it's easy to say those nice little words when you don't have any pain in your body and your bills are paid, and you're not facing foreclosure, or your relationship is working out fine and your children act like they have good sense. It's easy to say those things. But when life knocks, when life challenges you, that's when you have to pull and call on the whole armor. That's when you have to be able to understand, yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. Oh boy, this thing called life. I saw something with some actors they were talking about. Had they learned when they were younger that whatever you're going through right now, if it's bad, if it's painful, if it's tragic, guess what? This too shall pass. And whatever you're going through right now, if it's a celebration, you're happy, you are joyful, things are going great, you feel good in your body, you're physically capable to doing whatever you want to do, your relationship is working out fine, this too shall pass. What do you mean? Life is a roller coaster. Sometimes you're up, sometimes you're down. Sometimes things go well, sometimes they don't go so well. And we have the power to be an observer and not buy into it and decide, wait a minute, I'm going to find some good in this. I'm going to wrestle with this angel until I find my blessing up in here. Life is a fight for territory. And once you stop fighting for what you want, peace of mind, for your relationship, for your health, once you stop fighting for what you want, a good night's sleep, a relationship that's where you love each other and care about each other and got each other's back. Once you are unwilling to fight for what you want, what you don't want will automatically take over. I ain't playing with you. I'm telling you what I know. You have something special. And even if you don't believe me, I don't care. I'm going to say it until I get through to you. Why? Because that's my mission. I believe live your life the way you want to leave your life. And that's what I'm doing. My goal is to leave my life inspiring you, encouraging you, lifting spirits, reminding you of the greatness that you have in you, reminding you that you are a treasure, you are a masterpiece because you're a piece of the master. Oh, behave. Hello. So having said those words, I want you to know, Tyrone and I, my little squirrel friend, you have something special. You have greatness in you. Here's a thought that I want you to dwell on. Are you ready? I am healthy. I'm rich in relationships, healthy in my body. I am healthy. I'm rich in relationships, healthy in my body and my mind. Just say that constantly. In your body in relationships and in your mind. Yes, yes. Because when you start thinking, now here's what I did this morning. I talked to my superpower, my subconscious mind. I said, today is going to be the best day of my life. I'm going to do some exciting things. I'm going to help a lot of people today. Thank you, Lord, for using me as an instrument. Thank you for the miracles in relationships, in people, in ideas that's going to show up and lead me. All of life behind me. Now look, listen, follow me now. Look back and say, thank you. Look around. After you say, thank you, God, look around and say, praise God, I'm still here. And look at all these blessings looking at me, all these opportunities, these new relationships, people behind doors that I'm supposed to get into. Just look around and be thankful. I don't care where you are. If you're living under a bridge, be thankful, because opportunities are watching you and waiting for you to recognize them. Don't buy into opportunity knocks on every door. No, it stands by silently, waiting for you to recognize it. Look around, and you're going to start seeing opportunities. You're going to start seeing people that can help you. Look around, train your mind to see what you want it to see. Look around and thank God. Go within. Spend minimum 3 times a day seeking God. Seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things will be added unto you. And just say, thank you, Lord. Thank you. Thank you for giving me the power. Thank you for giving me the presence of mind. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to be your instrument. And look ahead and follow God. Look around, thank God. Look around, praise God. Go within, seek God. Look ahead and follow God. Speak, Lord. Thy servant heareth thee. You're going to get ideas. You will be led. Things are going to happen. You say, whoa, look at God. Yeah. Oh, this day here. I want you to think about your golden dream, and I'm going to work with you to make it happen. Where 2 or 3 are gathered in my name, and I will be among you. What do you mean by that? Spirit, the spirit of winning will be with you. The Spirit of God will be with you. There's a presence, there's an energy that will be with you as you make choices. As you have this mindset, this spirit of optimism, that good things, great things are about to happen to me. Call forth those things that be not as though they were. Listen to me. Listen to me. This is the best and the first day of your life. Think about it and marinate in that. Have a spirit of optimism in the belly of challenges and adversities, in the throes and the embrace of all types of disadvantages and challenges that have come your way to take advantage of you, to rob you of your peace, your love, and your harmony. In the midst of all that, I know God is real. In the midst of all that, I know he's still here. He is real. I might be on the verge of being foreclosed on, or going through an eviction, or set my stuff out on the streets, but there's a mansion waiting for me to occupy. And I'm standing on that. Hold a vision of what you see. Hold a vision. Discipline yourself. Faith, not tested, can't be trusted. You're only being tested. This is your time. This is your time. When I review my life, everything I achieve it was coming out of an adverse situation. Adverse situation. Had I not been fired from radio, I would have never became a state legislator. Everything that when I look back, some things happen to you, but really, they meant it for evil. God meant it for good. It really happened for you. And the goal is to be steadfast. Therefore, you take unto you the whole armor of God, that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day. Yes, stand strong. Stand in your power. You're made in the likeness and image of God. Stand in your power. You've been given authority and dominion over everything on the face of the earth. Stand in your power.